Okay friends, you are in for a treat today. Whether you are hosting Thanksgiving, hosting a holiday party, or you're like us and you just love some yummy appetizers, this video is for you. If you're new around here, you may not know that we are obsessed with appetizers in the Bunky household, and so many of y'all have dubbed me the appetizer queen, which I just like hold that title so proudly, as y'all know. So today we picked out 7 of our best ever top holiday appetizers, the ones that we make over and over again. They are crowd pleasers, they're easy, they're y'all's favorites, they're our favorites. If you haven't already made these, you're gonna want to, you're gonna love them. We've got 7 to get into, so let's go ahead and start this first one. So for this first recipe, we are making meatball sub cupcakes. Y'all, these are gonna be so good. Great appetizer. You could also freeze your leftovers, have them for like a quick and easy lunch. You'll need like a cupcake or muffin pan. You'll need some frozen Italian style meatballs, and these do not have to be thawed. You'll also need some mozzarella, some softened cream cheese, some spaghetti sauce, Italian seasoning, and then of course your crescent roll doughs. To get started, I'm gonna go ahead and preheat our oven to 375. And then if you have the crescent roll dough sheet, that would work great. Since I don't, I'm gonna press my seams together, and then we're gonna cut 12 even little squares. Okay, now in our little bowl here, you're just gonna need 4 ounces of cream cheese, so half of a block. And I just sit mine on the stove while it's heating up. That way I can kind of bring it to room temperature and make it easier to mix. Next, we're gonna add in about 3/4 of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And of course, I'm just gonna eyeball it. It's probably good. Then we're gonna do 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. So just mix this until it's all combined. Sometimes you gotta get in there with your hands. That's what I did to mix our cream cheese. Worked out great. But we are gonna go ahead and assemble these. I'm going to lightly spray our muffin pan, and then we'll place each one of our squares of crescent dough in here, and then we'll assemble with our cream cheese, meatball, spaghetti sauce, top it with mozzarella. These are gonna be amazing. Okay, did these not already look so good? My mouth is watering. So we're gonna pop these in the oven at 375 for just 15 to 18 minutes. Someone down here is just so excited for all of that mozzarella cheese that I keep dropping. Y'all, these are gonna be so good. My Bunky is going to love this. Okay, I've got my taste tester down here. These were so easy to make, and I wanted to tell y'all, I don't know how they got 12 squares of their crescent roll dough, because I tried. I only got 9, and I don't think they could be any smaller because then they wouldn't fit in the muffin pan. So maybe you just try 9 instead of 12. But we're gonna let Bunky taste test this.
I found a good one, actually. You know what I found interesting?
What?
Is how you've got these are nice with their little pointy edges.
Yes.
I like that rather than it being round.
Well, you know what?
What?
It's because my squares were bigger than probably the person's recipe that got this from.
Starting out with a little crispy cheese.
Okay, Bunky's
cheese skirt. That's what they call it. Cheese skirt. Okay,
Bunky's request when I told him I was making these was, he said, just make sure that crescent roll dough is all done, because y'all know he doesn't like soggy dough. How did I do?
That little what is that, ricotta something?
Bunky, that's like a little pocket of treat of goodness, isn't it?
That's the game changer. That really takes it over the top.
I was waiting for you to get to it, because that's just like a little treasure mine down there. It's just cream cheese and mozzarella and Italian seasoning. It's not even ricotta, but ricotta would be good.
Yeah, but the cream cheese.
The ricotta might be too wet. It might make it soggy. The cream cheese is perfect.
I think with it being in the oven too, it kind of fluffed up a little bit, if that's possible. How is this? What is this described as?
A meatball. No, meatball sub cupcake.
That is exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it tastes like, rather. This is really good.
Yay!
It is exactly like eating a meatball sub, but in a nice little handheld version.
And this first recipe is going to be some little individual baked potato bites that has my name written all over it. If you invite me to a party and you have these, I'm your girl. Okay, so to get started on these, I have 3 russet potatoes here. Depending on how many you're making is how many you will use. Since it's just Bunky and I having dinner tonight, I'm just gonna do these 3. And I've already washed and dried them. And then I am just going to take my knife and cut them kind of into like I guess it's 1 inch or ½ inch little discs. So basically this thickness, just like this. Okay, I'm actually not even gonna use this one because I feel like for Bunky and I, this is plenty. So I'm just gonna put these on a baking dish, just kind of like on their side here, and then I'm gonna brush them with a little bit of oil. Okay, so now that I have oiled them on both sides, at this point you can season them with salt and pepper, but I'm not gonna season them with salt and pepper because I'm gonna take it up a notch. So let me show you what I'm gonna use to season these. I'm gonna use some of my Auntie No-No's everything seasoning. Okay, these are going into the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but you cannot have a baked potato without some bacon. So while those are in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and fry up a couple pieces of bacon, which we'll crumble and put on top. And then of course, we're gonna top it with lots of sharp cheddar cheese. We got Chef Bunky in here now. Okay, so bacon is done, and then with this bacon grease, I'm gonna take my little, my spatula thing, and I'm just gonna kind of drizzle a little bit of this bacon grease on top of our potatoes, and then we'll pop them back in the oven for just like 5 more minutes. I know.
Did you already flip those once?
No. Should we?
Well, go ahead. I'll go ahead and just grease up.
Both sides.
Lightly, yeah. Yeah, we need to give them a turn, honey.
Yeah, I agree. They already look so good. Okay, let's turn them.
Did you get them all?
Yeah. We can do this other side too. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are they hot?
Yeah, a little.
Let me help you out, Shug.
These are gonna be so good. I know potatoes isn't your favorite thing, but it's my favorite thing.
Well, these are looking like they're gonna be pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
These are full flavored potatoes.
Okay, back in the oven, 5 minutes, and then we'll bring them out and top them with our bacon and cheese, and then cook them for 5 more minutes. Okay, so it has been the 5 minutes, y'all. These just look and smell so good. We have our bacon over here. We're gonna top them with some green onions. Well, we're gonna top bunkies with that once they're completely done. And then I also have my cheese, and we will dunk them in some sour cream as well. Like, oh my gosh, these are gonna be so good. So to each of these, we're just gonna take like a little bit of bacon for each one, and then a little bit of cheese as well. Okay, back into the oven for just 5 more minutes, and then these will be done. We'll top them with the green onion and sour cream. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait.
Can I just put a little pile of cheese on the side here?
Oh gosh, yes.
Let's just do that, you know, that's gonna be good. You know what I thought to myself that these should be called?
What?
Cheesy scallion potato medallions.
Dude, that is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Y'all know how much we love some cheese. I love some potato. I love some bacon. Like, are you kidding me? Now, because we have this kind of sour cream where I can just squeeze it, I'm going to put like a tiny little dollop on there just to kind of make them look really cute. But you could also just put some sour cream in a little dish on the side for people to like dip it in. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Coming from somebody who doesn't even really like potatoes, this is good.
Y'all, this is a must try recipe. Like, you know when you go to a restaurant and you order potato skins? This is like that, but so much better because it's less potatoey. Because it's like thinner, you know? And just like all the goodness. Oh my gosh. These are like ridiculously good. I could literally eat 20 of these by myself. Okay, so since we are talking about holiday appetizers and all things warm and cozy, I also want to share a great holiday gift idea with you guys from Brooklyn, and a huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. As y'all know by now, we love all things Brooklyn, and we have the Brooklyn sheets on our master bedroom, our guest bedroom, in our camper. We use their towels, we have their robes. Like, we are a Brooklyn loving family, and that is because they are high quality, they feel like luxury, they're super nice, but at a fair price. So if you have someone in your life that's like a homebody, or maybe it's your mom or like a sister-in-law, they are going to love a gift from Brooklyn, and I have a great discount I'm going to share with you guys in just a second. So we always get the classic hardcore sheet bundle set for all of our beds, and that's because it comes with like your core sheet set, extra pillowcases, and then also a duvet cover. And I'm telling y'all, it feels like staying at a hotel. Like, it's just absolute luxury. They have over 100,000 5-star reviews, and we've just always ended up like getting the white sheets, but they have over 20 plus different like colors and patterns that you can choose from to really like make it your own unique style. Now let's talk about the super plush towel move-in bundle. Y'all, I love these towels. Are they my favorite, Monkey?
They are.
I'm obsessed with them. They are huge. You can just like wrap up in these. They're so warm and cozy. They're plush. They're spa-like. They come in tons of different colors. Y'all, like, when I say that they are massive,
where'd you go?
They are 100% Turkish cotton. So if you get the super plush towel move-in bundle, you're gonna get your bath towels, you're gonna get your hand towels, you're gonna get your washcloths, you get a bath mat, like all the things. Also, just like the sheets, the more you wash these, the softer they get. Now, let's talk about the robes, because y'all, I just feel like a robe is such a nice gift that you can give someone, and this one right here, let me just tell you, is straight luxury. It's also 100% Turkish cotton. It is so plush, soft. You will never want to lounge in anything else. I have the pink stripe one. Bunky has a gray one, and let me just tell you, he's already told me that he is putting his robe in the camper and he wants to walk outside in the morning in his robe, have his coffee. He was cracking me up. So if you want to get any of these things for yourself or as a gift, now is the time to do so. Head down to the description box, click that link, and then use my code Jessica O'Donohue. You are going to get $20 off any order over $100. Such a great time to stock up. And if you're watching this before November 12th, they're also having a big sheet sale, so I'll have all that information down below as well. This is kind of like a mix between my bacon and cheese bites and my sausage and cream cheese casserole, so let me just tell you, I know it's gonna be out of this world, so good. So I have my sausage browned up here. To this, I'm gonna add in some cream cheese, a dash of Worcestershire, and then some shredded cheddar cheese. And I, of course, am kind of like halving this, again, just because it's me and Bunky, but I will leave the full recipe down in my description box for you guys. But you would use like a full thing of sausage. I only did about half of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this all together, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do next. And you do want to let your cream cheese like sit out and come to room temperature, so it's a lot easier to stir in. I did not let mine sit out long enough. Okay, I got some Bunky power in there, and he helped me stir it up the rest of the way. So as long as it is like good and combined, this is good to go. So next, you're gonna get a muffin tin pan. Is that what you call this?
Yeah.
Why does that sound weird? Muffin tin pan? Muffin pan? Whatever. Muffin pan. And then you're gonna get some biscuits. And I always use layer biscuits. I think they would be really good in this recipe just to kind of pull in half. That way it's not too biscuity, too doughy, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna pull each one in half, place it in the bottom of my muffin pan, and then put a little bit of this mixture on top.
Mm-hmm.
Is this not gonna be so stinking delicious? For instance, here's my biscuit. I am just going to literally do half.
Yeah.
And then just sit that down in there.
All right.
You see?
You're making this look way too easy.
It's so easy. Okay, and then to that, you're just gonna add your mixture right on top.
Now that might be a little much.
No,
No?
never have enough.
I don't know.
You think that's good?
Well, this one you were a little bit aggressive. This one much better. Oh, yep.
I just want to put a little bit more. You know what this kind
Oh
of...
my gosh, you're like overfilling these things.
It's gonna be... No, it's gonna be perfect. You know what this kind of reminds me of?
I don't... What?
Those, my sausage muffins that I make, you know, that Mandy makes.
Yeah. I already thought about that.
Yeah, kind of, like, it's almost an easier way to do it.
Yeah, it's,
So simple. It's just minus eggs and Bisquick.
Do you need to, like, smush them out a little bit to bring them all the way up around the edges, or?
No, you don't have to.
Why is
From
that?
what I can tell from the recipe that I saw, you just like literally lay it in there. Okay, so these are going to go into the oven at 375, just whatever the can of your biscuits say. I'm pretty sure they all say 375. And it'll probably be in there for like 13 to 15 minutes, but we'll keep an eye on it and I'll tell you guys the exact time once they're done. Okay, it's been 13 minutes and I think they're pretty much done.
I mean, what have you created here?
I mean, this looks so good. Yes, please. A mountain of sausage and cheese and a biscuit. Yeah, yeah, I'll take it.
Here's the first one that you made.
Maybe I did. I think I did stuff that one a little too much. Let's get these out so they can cool and then like stop cooking. The time has come. It is finally time to taste test this deliciousness. You want to split one with me?
Yeah, you're breaking that in half.
I mean, this just looks so good.
Are you all smiles up there?
Yes. Oh, wow.
You know what I think is really important here?
What?
The Worcestershire. Mm-hmm. That I'm tasting a little bit of the Worcestershire in there.
It gives it like a nice depth of flavor in there.
Yeah.
Like a richness. But then you have like that flaky, fluffy biscuit. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how well the biscuit still cooked.
Mm-hmm. And it was exactly 13 minutes, by the way. These are delicious.
These are really good, yeah.
Okay, so for this first recipe, all you're gonna need is 3 ingredients, and I think these are gonna be so good. So they're gonna be little everything but the bagel kielbasa bites. So you're gonna need 1 package of kielbasa, you're gonna need some crescent rolls, and then of course some everything but the bagel seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out, and then we will get our kielbasa wrapped up in it. Okay, so we're just gonna half this. I'm gonna take my first one, which would be like 4 individual little crescents, and I'm just gonna kind of like spread it out and pinch these seams together. Okay, so place 1 part of your little kielbasa on there and just wrap this up. And now we're just gonna sprinkle our everything but the bagel seasoning on here. So you wanna coat all sides, but this stuff is very powerful, so don't use too much.
Oh no, you can overdo it. You can always knock that stuff off of there, you know, if you got too much.
Yeah. Kind of press it in there so it gets like down in the dough.
Sorry, sometimes I just get so excited to watch what's actually happening.
that you forget you're filming?
Mm-hmm.
Is that good, you think?
Yeah, that's pretty good coverage there.
Okay. Okay, so now you're gonna take this and you're just gonna cut like little bites. You want them to be about 1 inch thick.
So this is kind of like pigs in a blanket, but more grown-up style.
Yes.
That looks like a lot of pig to blanket.
Okay, now I gotta do our other kielbasa. And then you're gonna take the rest of your crescent roll, which should be the exact same amount, roll it out and do the exact same process.
Quite the delight.
Yes. All your
This
friends.
is almost something I would maybe want to just eat for breakfast.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's lots of ways you can make this, or like different seasonings, but the area of the bagel is going to be so good. Okay, so now these are going into the oven at 350 for like 9 to 12 minutes, and that is it. These are the most simple little bites ever. And also I was going to say, the key to this is once they come out, you want to let them like cool completely. So give them about 10 minutes, and that way the bread like adheres to that sausage really well and doesn't come like unraveled. These just came out and they look so good. So I'm going to let them rest for about 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
They're really so good.
This is amazing.
Oh, yay! It's so easy.
I guess you probably have to have a preference for everything bagel seasoning, but if you do, this is really good.
Okay, now this next recipe is for me because this has my name written all over it. We're gonna make like crispy loaded potato bites using tater tots. Like, I am the most excited. I saw in the kitchen with Mama Mel, she made something similar to this a while ago, and I was like, I have got to make that. And then I was scrolling through Pinterest and I saw this recipe and I was like, that reminds me of that recipe. I want to make this. It looks so good. So very, very easy. You're gonna need a muffin pan, and depending on the size of these, you can do like a regular size or the mini muffin pan. Of course, depending on the size is how many tater tots you're gonna put in each little hole. I'm gonna go ahead and spray mine, and then I'll probably do 4 to 5 tater tots in each of these. I was gonna make this whole pan, but I think that's enough for me and you.
That's 4 each.
I might need to make a couple more.
Probably. Just go ahead and make 12.
Now we're gonna stick these into the oven at 450 degrees. So it is a hot oven. We're gonna bake these for 10 minutes on the bottom rack. Then we'll pull them out and we'll smash them and then put them back in. Now, while those are in the oven, we're gonna get started on our third recipe. And y'all, this one is like not a lot of cooking. Well, there's no cooking at all.
Yeah, it's more of assembly and preparation.
Exactly. The easiest, but when I saw this recipe, it is all of my very favorite things, and if you like charcuterie, you're going to love this. And what a great thing to take like to a little get together, because you don't even have to turn the oven on. So let me show you. Okay, so for this little appetizer, you're gonna need like some yummy crackers. If you can find ones with like seeds or nuts or cranberries or, you know, all the fun things in there.
Pumpkin seeds, perhaps?
Even better. You're also gonna need some fig spread, some goat cheese, prosciutto. Now I did forget the dates. I forgot to even look for the dates. It's fine, it's gonna be fine.
They're like not critical to this.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you want to add dates, by all means. Then after we assemble all of these, and by the way, you could also just like fry some bacon and then just like cut the strip in half and use each half on one of these if you don't want to use prosciutto. would be equally amazing. And then once we get these assembled, we're gonna top them with honey and flaky sea salt. Like, they're gonna be amazing. Okay, we have like a rather large block of this goat cheese. I'm just only gonna do like half of it. And you just wanna kind of get in here and start crumbling it up. Look at that smear.
That's the goat cheese smear.
Wow. Okay, so now we're gonna take our fig spread and then just add a little bit to the top of our goat cheese. This is like the good stuff right here. These are 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Close out.
It's been 10 minutes.
We forgot about the tots.
We didn't set a timer.
We did not set a timer.
But they're looking on
Perfect.
point.
Yes. Okay. It's been a little bit more than 10 minutes. It'll be fine. Okay. So now you're going to take like a shot glass or a mini juice glass, whatever you have that is small and round. And we are just going to smash this right in the center. See how it kind of makes that little, what do you call it?
Well.
That little like well, the nest.
Bird's nest.
Yes. My mom will be so proud we said that. Because that's where all of our cheese and bacon and sour cream is going to live. Oh, this is like perfection, Bonky. Oh my gosh. Okay, now these are going back in for about 15 more minutes until they are nice and crispy.
When's the cheese get involved?
After the 15 minutes.
Okay. On top or middle? Oh, we don't know. We gotta close that oven.
Back to my pretty crackers. On top of our fig spread, we are gonna add our prosciutto. Okay, last but not least, we are going to just drizzle these with some honey. And then top them off with the tiniest little flake of sea salt.
That is good.
That's so good.
Like the goat cheese and then the fig.
Yeah.
And then you got the nice like saltiness from the
Prosciutto.
and then that wonderful vessel of the little cracker.
What y'all did not just see was as soon as I opened this oven to get the tater tots out, our smoke detector started going off. Upstairs, downstairs, everywhere. I'm like fanning it with the towel, and I look over and Bunky's just like wiping the counters down as if nothing's happening. I'm like, Bunky, the smoke detectors are off. They're like piercing so loud. Our neighbor's outside like grilling, and Bunky's just like cleaning the counters. I'm like, hello.
I can only do one thing at a time.
I'm like, Bunky, open the door. It's because the oven's on 450. That's like hot. So when I opened it, it like made the smoke detector go off. I'm telling you, it like melted my like mascara off. Okay, now back to our tater tots. They are already looking so crispy. So I'm gonna add a little bit of shredded cheese to the bottom of each of these. And if you wanna cook bacon and like add your own bacon in here, you can. I'm just gonna do like the real bacon pieces because we have those and it's easy. Y'all, the lighting in our house for some reason is so bad, but these already just look so good. So they're gonna go back in the oven for just like 5 to 10 minutes and then they'll be done. We'll top them with sour cream. You can do chives, all the things.
Top rack this time.
Please don't let this smoke detector go off again. Okay, I need us to talk about this like fig prosciutto cracker just for one more second because I truly cannot get over it. I just had 2 more, and for something so simple, I just am blown away by the flavor, how amazing they are. Like, I'm mad that I did not get more prosciutto because I could truly eat like 10 more of those. If you make one thing out of this video, you need to try those. Like, I am just floored at how good they are. Okay, I'm going first for this taste test because this is like my favorite, you know? I'm scared it's gonna be so hot.
Wow, I heard that crunch. Saw a little cheese pull. Satisfaction?
Satisfaction 100. It's handheld, bite size, like so good. Also, you could dip these in just like ranch dressing. Just absolute scrumptiousness. Oh my goodness, which is the best idea.
What?
You can make these, and instead of putting like the cheese and bacon, you can put a tiny little sprinkle of cheese and then taco meat.
Oh, say goodbye to the tortilla.
Y'all, that would be so good. Like, there's lots of ways you can make these. I think I actually saved the easiest recipe for last because this recipe could technically only be 2 ingredients, but we're gonna add a top layer to make it 3 ingredients, but you could totally do it in 2. All you need is a loaf of like a French bread. You're gonna need some spinach artichoke dip. Now, if we had time to go to Sam's Club, I would have gotten the Sam's Club.
Or if only we had been able to have your mom make her world famous
Oh, Mom, you should have
spinach artichoke dip.
But anyway, spinach artichoke dip, and then we're gonna top ours with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just because.
Now this one might be the easiest, but it also might be
The tastiest.
the best.
Just let the knife do the work for you, people.
That's right.
Get you a good bread knife, and it'll do the work for you.
That's right.
It's like brushing your teeth.
With you. Okay, we're just going to now generously.
Look at that.
I know. Can you imagine making a sub with that?
Yeah. Seriously though, I can.
But seriously, you could like make a big old sub and like serve this at a party and like cut it into like 4s.
Yeah, nice little slices there.
Okay, we're gonna generously spread this artichoke spinach dip.
As
If you don't
you-
want it to be soggy, but like a lot.
As you said, this is extremely simple, but the end result is going to be just
Amazing.
mind-blowingly epic.
Honestly, don't know how this could, you know, get any better because it already looks so good. I ended up using like this entire container. It was perfect. I just like halved it for each slice. And I'm just going to do not an insane amount of Parmesan, just like, you know, a little sprinkle here on top. And then we're just going to pop this in the oven at like 375. And once it comes out, I'll tell you how long I let it bake. But probably like 10 to 12 minutes until it's crispy and this cheese melts. We just pulled it out. It was in the oven for like 14 to 15 minutes. If you have a broiler, you could also pop it underneath there for just like, you know, 30 seconds to a minute to get it a little more brown on top. But it's like perfectly crispy on the bottom. And then all our cheese melted.
Check this side right here is what I'm looking for.
I know, and it smells so good.
What excites me about all this is the putting that spinach artichoke dip on top of the bread itself. Heating it up in the oven, it's kind of like melting into the bread and just becoming soppy goodness.
Hear that crunch? I was a little worried, like, is the bread gonna get soggy? But the bread holds up to it and still has that crunch, so it's like great textures as well.
That's what I was saying is I feel like what's underneath, like the bread underneath, all of the dip that's spread across it, that turns into good stuff. And then we got a little extra crispy factor on here too.
There you have it. 7 incredible holiday appetizer recipes. I cannot wait for you guys to try these. If you do, tag me, tell me what you think. I'll have all the recipes down below for you. Also, don't forget to check out Brooklyn. I'll have all the information down below. But great time to stock up on gifts. $20 off any order over $100. So anywho, I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with us in the kitchen. If you are new, we would love for you to join our family. So before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Y'all give this one a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Bye y'all.